Crazy, crazy, crazy. My landlord is trying to sue me. Not trying. My landlord is suing me. My landlord's trying to evict me. So funny. And I have, I just got back from the court, her response, which is so funny. So, if you go to my channel, if you find it, there's a video. Now, this landlord is absolutely fucking batshit crazy. So, I'm getting the fuck out of here anyways. Which is amazing because the old me that was in fight or flight would try to stay and change them. The more evolved me is like, fuck them, I don't need to change them. They're at a certain level of awareness, consciousness, whatever you want to call it. They're at a certain level. And they're gonna eat you alive at that level, right? Because the way it works is you don't get to evolve them. That's up to them. But if you try to stay and evolve somebody, it can stunt your evolution. And actually, not only stunt it, it can make it feel like it's going backwards. Because you feel like you go down to their level, right? And it doesn't feel good. And that's a sign that, like, you're on a different timeline, right? That's a sign that you're not meant to be around these people anymore. And it's heartbreaking. The things I've done for some of these roommates that have turned their back on me, it's just disgusting behavior. Like, it's like I'm like appalled. Like, I'm like, wow, like, whoa, like I can't believe you did that, right? So go watch that video. It tells you like the whole backstory. But she kept coming into the house illegally. And there's an even bigger backstory. She had video cameras and she was videotaping us on video and sound. Just doing crazy shit. Cutting off our internet, cutting off our TV, cutting off our washer and dryer. Sent her boyfriend in here, physically threatening us. Crazy shit. All shit that I accepted, shit that I'm no longer accepting. So she puts a notice on my door because she keeps coming into the property illegally and disrupting my right to quiet and peaceful enjoyment and private enjoyment. Just walking in the house. Hey, you can't eat out here. I'm in the living room. You can't lay down on the couch. I'm on the couch in the living room. You can't take a nap out here. I rent here. Like, you need to clean this. That's not my mess. You need to clean this. That's not my mess. Like, all of this shit. And I'm like, look, lady, like, get the fuck out of here. You're pissing me the fuck off. You shouldn't be in here. Give me a minimum of a 12-hour notice moving forward. I text her that, so I have proof of it. She comes over again. I text her again. You need to give me a 12-hour notice. She comes over again. I'm now videotaping her, which is on this channel, the audio recording, where she's in the house again. And I'm like, hey, you can't be fucking coming in here. Like, we're gonna have a fucking problem. So then she retaliates and puts an eviction notice on my door without giving me a notice again. So, I respond. And I say, I deny that I violated the lease for all of these sections she says I violated for. I even texted her when she put the eviction on my door. I said, hey, how am I violating section 4, 7, 8, and 9? Nothing back. So she gave me a 7-day notice to evacuate the property. But the 7-day notice, it didn't actually describe any specific conduct so I could know what to cure, right? So I asked her in writing. She didn't respond. She obtained evidence illegally by entering the property without notice and obtaining evidence of curable stuff. So we're going to go over that because she lied on like 9 out of 10 of those things. And then I'm current on all rent, okay? So this is what she said. She said that I'm very loud and that 2 roommates have complained and that she came over and also witnessed it. Okay, 2 of the roommates, they did not complain at all. One of the roommates is her family, who is basically an accomplice in this and is lying. The other roommate is someone that he doesn't know how to articulate his feelings. So I'm sleeping on the couch, and he feels attacked. He literally said that. He literally said he feels attacked by me sleeping on the couch, and that I can no longer sleep on the couch, and that he has a problem with it. And I go, hey, like, I get that you have a problem with it, but, like, you having a problem with it is not going to violate my rights. I'm not breaking any rule in the lease here. Like, we're roommates. I can lay down on the couch. I can fall asleep on the couch. I can spend the night on the couch. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm renting this dwelling. I'm allowed access to the living room. I'm not fucking. It's so funny. He was later in the. I'm gonna tell you later in the video. But so all of that not true. So both of them are one of them is an accomplice because it's his aunt. So the landlord is his aunt. So that's the accomplice. And then the other one is super pissed at me because he moved out to the other side because he's like a man child. Like, he will try to threaten you and physically scare you to get you to comply with him. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So you can take you and all your big muscles and you trying to physically intimidate me, and you can fuck off. Because now it's even more a problem, because now you're trying to physically intimidate me because you feel a type of way. But your feelings are not going to violate my rights, because I'm not violating any rights. Okay? Second thing, she said I used the living room as my bedroom. I spent the night in the living room like 3 nights in a row. And then went to my room, and then a couple weeks later, spent the night in the living room like another 3 nights in a row, right? There's poor ventilation in my room, but I'm not going to complain about it because I don't really care. It's not that big of a problem. I also work in my room all day, so it feels nice to come out of the living room. I'll take naps on the couch. I'll eat on the couch. I'll watch YouTube on the couch, and shit like that. And then I'll go back to my living room and work, or when I'm done work, I'll come hang out on the couch. There's 3 couches and 1 love seat, by the way. So big-ass living room. So and no one else uses it besides me and the other roommate that moved out because I was sleeping on the couch and he felt attacked and told me that and then tried to physically intimidate me. So that's not true. Paul Tully made the pillows stinky and dirty. She has throw pillows. I don't even use them. So she's completely fabricating another story. All 3 of these points so far, that I'm loud and have gotten 2 complaints and the landlord has witnessed. All 3 things are false. I am loud, though. But no one's ever told me anything. I've even asked, and they said it's not a problem. I use the living room as my bedroom. Not true, just said that. Pillows, the throw pillows, stinky and dirty. I don't even use them. I don't even sleep with pillows. So, what the fuck? So again, false. Paul Tully made a woman back out of renting a room because of what she witnessed, that I was sleeping on the couch. I was never sleeping on the couch with someone coming to view the property. Again, made up. Me and the person who tried to physically intimidate me, we'll call him Bob, were fighting at 11 p.m. because Paul was on the couch. Again, not true. I go to bed at like 8 or 9. And that's just not true. Paul Tully had dishes in the sink. Yes, I have had dishes in the sink and will continue to have dishes in the sink. They took pictures of my dishes in the sink. Crazy. I used the sink. Holy shit. Paul Tully left the water running intentionally. Not true. This one's actually crazy. They took a picture of the sink running. Like what? Like what? I don't know. Insane. Paul Tully changes the thermostat. I've never changed the thermostat. It's funny because they said I lower it. I actually am freezing. If I would do anything to the thermostat, I would raise it. The roommate that moved out, he lowered it all the time. So another lie. Paul Tully charges his roommates for Wi-Fi. Factual. Actually correct. The landlord had Wi-Fi, but she would retaliate. Like if we didn't let her come into our rooms, if we didn't let her like interrogate us and video record us and audio record us, and all that, if we didn't let her do all this illegal stuff, she would retaliate and cut off the internet, cut off the TV, lock up the washer and dryer, stuff like that, like crazy shit. So I got my own Wi-Fi, and everyone else used her Wi-Fi. But whenever she would cut off the Wi-Fi, they would want to get on my Wi-Fi. I let all of them on it for free, but I only have a gig, right? And it's a duplex. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bedrooms on this side, and then I think like 4 bedrooms on that side. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4 people living here, 5 including me, all on 1 gig of internet, and it was actually slowing down my work. So I said, hey, I'm going to upgrade the internet if you guys want to get on my internet. I've let you guys use my internet for free for months. I'm going to get 5 gig, right? So I got everyone together and said, hey, I'm going to get 5 gigs. It's going to be this price. It's going to be this price per person. Is everyone cool with that? If not, I'm just going to stay to my internet, and you guys can, use it sparingly, but I will have to eventually limit it because it's affecting my work. Like, I'm visibly seeing slower internet. Everyone did not have a problem with it. Now, her nephew, right? We have Bob, my roommate, and then another roommate who is her nephew, their family, who's the accomplice in helping her lie. They pre-sent a text message saying Paul's charging $40 a person per internet, which is just absolute false. It's $90 a month for 5 people. That's not $40. I don't know what that is. Like, because there was eventually 6, so it was like $12, and then it was 5 people, and then it was like $15 or $18, and then there was 4 people, and now it's $22. The most it's ever been is $22 a person. So they're literally saying it's double. But I have proof, I have receipts, so that's going to be super easy to prove in court. But it's just silly. It's just silly because, like, they're trying to frame it. They're trying to frame me in the lawsuit. So super, super funny. Paul Tully uses red light bulbs. So there are 2 light switches in the bathroom, one for the lights over the sink and one for the lights in over the whole bathroom. I changed the light bulbs over the sink, the bathroom sink, to red light, and kept the one in the bathroom white. No one has a problem with this. It's funny. Everyone actually loves it because a lot of people go to the bathroom at night and they don't want to fuck up their sleep because she has like commercial lighting in here. It's not yellow. It's not soft. It's like legit fucking white paper light. Like, it's just blinding. So if you go to the bathroom at 8, 9, anytime after that, it fucks you up. So everyone actually uses the red light at night, which is really funny because they're light bulbs. So I can just take them out and put them back in. Paul Tully does not clean the kitchen. I do not use the kitchen. A lot of people use the kitchen. The only time I use the kitchen is to make juice, and I clean up after myself using juice. Now, there's ants everywhere. In the kitchen, in the bathrooms, in the bedrooms, outside on the back of the property, inside the front of the property, outside the front of the property, in everyone's bedrooms. Like, the ants were a problem before I got here, and they're still a problem. So she was trying to say that because I don't clean the kitchen, it's caused this big ant problem. It's been here. Paul Tully is sabotaging the property by making it dirty on purpose. Again, not true. Paul Tully bullied the landlord by saying she is now in trouble. So if you go listen to the recording, I'm like, do you want trouble? Do you want trouble? Do you want trouble? Or something along those lines. That's actually the recording, which is funny. Because she said I was pointing my phone at her like I was recording. I actually have the recording, and she lied, so I can just show the court the recording. And then I put on my notice that I gave her, like my response, that I mailed it to her. I hand delivered it, texted and emailed it. I didn't mail it. That was actually a mistake. And she's so funny. She wrote in all caps in the lawsuit, "Liar!" It's so funny. Yeah. So she had her nephew take a picture of me laying down on the couch, which is really weird. They took a picture of running water. They took a picture of the thermostat. They took a picture of the notice because everyone wanted me to notify them, and I'm like, I'm not notifying anybody for internet. You guys are gonna have to come pay me. I'm not gonna come tell you when to pay me money. Like, I'm not gonna do you guys a favor, and then I now have to notify like 5, 6 people who want to be on the internet, like when to pay me. You're just creating work out of my favor. So if that's how you guys want to respond to the favor, I'll just go back to my own internet, right? You guys come hunt me down. I'm not gonna come hunt you down. You're grown men. You can find me and pay me $17. They had a screenshot between the landlord and her nephew, saying that I'm charging everyone $40. Again, fabricated. That's what this landlord does a lot. When you don't allow her to be a dictator over your life and allow her to break the law, she will retaliate by fabricating stuff. And because I live in a very cheap place, so a lot of drug addicts can rent here. And they are like super traumatized, and they'll let this landlord get away with this shit because they're super scared of her. And I was in that mindset, but I'm not anymore. I'm coming out of it. A picture of the sink, which is so funny. It had dishes in it. So I asked the landlord, because I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, if I have any excess, like peels or roots or stuff that I don't eat, can I put it on her plants? And she said absolutely. So I've been having eggs and salmon and stuff like that. And I'll put the eggshells, right? And they took pictures of that, and it's like, the landlord told me to do that. They have a picture between the guy who got really mad at me and tried to physically intimidate me, saying that he takes out the trash. So I don't know what that's about, but I literally told him, because no one else will take out the trash. I said, hey, you got to stop enabling everyone else, because when you take out the trash, you're showing them that it's okay for them not to take it out. And he's like, he doesn't mind. But now they're trying to frame that as like, Paul's not taking out the trash, when I actually don't use their trash system. I just take my trash to the curb. I have my own trash can inside my room. I have my own trash bags, my own trash, and I took it out and put it to the curb. I don't use their trash cans because I was sick and tired of that when I first got here. That I was like using the same trash can as everybody else, and they weren't taking care of it. It's so funny. The landlord tattled on herself. She showed the screenshot of me asking her for a notice. So I don't know why she did that, but that's just going to backfire against her. She sent me a text message saying, hey, should we talk to everyone about cleaning? And I didn't respond to it because she pays for cleaners. And then she sent me a picture between her and the guy who tried to physically intimidate me. He took the TV away, right? I bought speakers for it. I've paid for movies for it. Because I was sleeping on the couch, he decided to take the Apple TV away to be spiteful, which is so funny because everything that they're accusing me of, the landlord's accusing me of being a bully. She's a bully. The roommate who tried to physically intimidate me, and I didn't accept it, like, because that's how he's gotten through life. I didn't accept it, and so he took the Apple TV away. So I came out one day and I was like, hey, where's the Apple TV? And he's like, well, if you're going to make the living room your bedroom, you know, and then he like moved out and shit like that. It was so funny. He was so, it's so funny. He's such a pussy and a bitch. It's hilarious. But he texted the landlord saying that I cut off his internet out of spite, to be spiteful. Yet it's so funny. I was responding to him being spiteful. He took everything away. And then I was like, hey, okay, well, if you're going to take all of this shit away, then I'm going to block you off of the internet, right? I could see the users on the internet because it's my internet. So I can see all the devices, and I know what devices are his, and I blocked his devices from accessing the internet. And he texts the landlord saying that I'm being spiteful by cutting him off the internet. No, sir. I'm responding to you being spiteful. You fucking pussy-ass bitch. So, getting sued by the landlord, super, super funny. I'm going to respond to this over the next couple of days because I'm building up my response now. But it's just so funny. People are just... They're low consciousness, low awareness. They're low light energy. They're low, like they're in hell. They're devilish. They're demonish. They're dark. And you just get away from them, right? Like you just go find higher light beings who are more aware and shit like that. Because it's so funny. The shit I've done for that roommate that was like trying to physically intimidate me, the amount of times I bought him lunch, I lent him $800 because he got fired from Walmart for stealing, which is super funny. Because his whole mentality is like he like stole everything back, right? That we were all enjoying. He like stole all of his stuff to kind of like rid us of joy. And then when we did the same to him, he was like, "Oh, we're being spiteful." No, you're being spiteful. Are you that fucking retarded? Like, you have a grown man body and you're in great physical shape, right? He's pretty jacked, right? That's where the physically intimidating part comes in, but it just doesn't scare me. And oh fuck, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. But that he's so childlike. It's so funny that he's like so grown, but he's literally so underdeveloped mentally that it's and the old me would just try to talk to the landlord and and it's so funny. None of them can look me in the eyes, like the nephew that took pictures of me, because I saw it. I guess he doesn't know that she submitted this to court and that I'm going to see all the documents, but I see it and I'm like, I know that you took these photos because the landlord hasn't taken any. Maybe she has, but not of me, because I would know. So I know that he took it. And so now every time he walks by, I'm just like looking at him and he just doesn't look at me. Like ever since it started happening, he doesn't look at me. Neither can the roommate who lives on the other side of the duplex that I sometimes see. He'll come out and I'll just like look at him. They cannot look at me. It's like, it's so funny. It's just like, and I was like, I was going to respond and let them know that I saw their text messages and that they're fucked up and that shame on them. But it's just like, you don't, that's to like win and get back at them and change their mind. You don't do that. You just move on. That's how you win. And it took me my whole fucking life to realize that. My whole life. Because I was like so traumatized, like I would just try to change you. And now I'm just like, fuck all of these people here. Not all of them. One roommate is cool as shit. Like I actually talk to every day and he's the coolest motherfucker ever. And then there's another roommate who, he doesn't really socialize with us, but he's chill. And then you have the physically intimidating roommate who moved out to the other side. Fuck him, piece of shit, pussy ass bitch. And then you have the other roommate who's still on the side, who's the accomplice in helping the landlord because they're family. And he's a pussy ass bitch. And it's just like, fuck all of them. I'm not going to let them, I'm not going to give them any more energy. None of that. Just move on. But it's just so funny, like the shit that they're doing and like teaming up and trying to get me kicked out. It's just like insane. So